this video, we're going to talk about the harsh reality of trading. We are literally at the mercy of price action. Now, I did make a song about this, so check it out. First question is, have you heard the song that I'm referring to? Mercy, we are at the mercy of price action. Let me know in the chat or the comments. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go over the thought process of the who, what, where, when, why, when it's coming to the price action movement, in addition to what we've done, and also the warning signs that we've had. This Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame, first, when the price action came all the way up. Now I am in a short. I believe I entered the short somewhere around here. I believe. This is my short. It's still open, very close to my stop loss. The reason for the short is because, in my opinion, I think we are so close to a rollover. Here, I thought the same thing, and it went up. Now, what I do is I show you the reality of trading. If you like that, let me know in the comments. This is going to be a very interactive video. So I want to see the comments just blowing up. Of course, if you haven't already, smash the like. So I'm thinking we're going to roll over. We had a really nice pump. Well, it started coming up, went sideways, and then a really nice pump. Started going sideways, and I'm thinking now we're going to roll over. Here we didn't. Instead, we made a nice higher high. Then it came down, and now I'm thinking for sure here we're going to attack this to come down to at least this area right here. Nice fair value gaps, order blocks, depending on the time frame. This is on the 12 hour. Then it came up just with a whole bunch of buyers stepping in, breaking this, going to the moon, and now kind of going sideways. Now, of course, if we do break this lower level, I like looking at candle body closes. But once we break this lower level on the 12 hour time frame, we're looking for potential shorts to play out. Really, really nice. Once again, I did enter a short. I'm at a loss. I haven't lost yet, though. We still have potential, for it to come down, just to get all the people who are shorting to liquidate them. The goal of the market maker is to make money. How do they make money? Well, they hit our stop losses and they liquidate us if we don't have a stop loss. Let me know this past week, have you been liquidated? And also let me know this past week, have more of your stops been in the negative or the positive? Let me know in the comments. Again, there's gonna be a lot of questions in this video. So as the price went up, we kind of see this area right here, and I'm gonna be drawing a lot on this. This is pretty much our zone that we're looking at. And we're looking for shorts once it breaks this level. Longs are very high risk at this point because it could come up only to come back into this range and then come down. Now, one thing that I do is I show you the reality of trading when we're in the moment of the trade versus saying what everybody else says after the fact. So in this instance right here, because it broke up, I really don't want a long, just for the fact that it could come down. And sure enough, it comes down back into this zone. And now what a lot of traders are doing is they're shorting right here because it's at the top of this zone. They're going to start doing range trading, targeting the halfway or the midway point of the zone. And this is their more than likely last target, the very bottom of the zone. Now, all these mentors and all these people who want to sell you courses, if this would have happened, they, of course, would have posted on X and everywhere else and talked about it for days and days and days, how they're the absolute best. Join their group because they pretty much know what's going to happen. Here's the trick. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody. We are literally at the mercy of price action. This is why I trade level by level. Now, in order to trade level by level, you need to understand if we're in a trend. If we're in an upward trend, then of course it's safer to go long. If we're in a downward trend, then it's safer to go short. If you don't know, how to identify uptrends or downtrends, definitely check me out every single day. We go Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern, Saturday and Sunday at 4. We also do bonus streams, so make sure that notification bell's on. Sometimes I go on at midnight, sometimes 2 in the morning. All this is Eastern time, and I show you all of these levels. I show you all the tips and tricks. You don't need to pay some fake guru $99 an hour to answer your questions. Ask in my live streams, and I will help you out. Also, ask in this video, ask in any video. I will screenshot that question and I will do that first thing on my next live stream, more than likely. Now, looking at this, and again, we're going to break this whole movement down. Next, we have this, because now we're trading in this range. We did break down, we came down, we're doing this number. And of course, for the people who ended up shorting here, and then it came down and then continued coming down to the larger. So we actually have two ranges, but this is the bottom of this range. They're all geniuses. They're all telling you to join the group. They know everything, and sometimes they lose, sure, but they know everything still. That's what they do. And then we have, and again, we never know this until after we have more time that passed. The more time that passes, the more candles print, the more candles that print, the more of a range or level or uptrend. All this stuff is now being able to be seen because, well, it printed. Now we have this. We have this. So once again, this, we're at the top potentially, and we could roll over. So same thing, all these mentors and everybody, they're more than likely posting shorts here to come down with the thought that it might go up, which would be, feasible, because this is now, the range is getting larger. This was our range, then it worked into this range with this top portion of the range, bottom portion of the range. Then it came down here. So now this is the bottom portion of the range, the mid portion, and the top. So this is how, because we have more data, now we have more levels that we can be looking at. Price does come up here. Awesome. Travels into this mid-range area, comes up to the very top. Same thing. They're posting, all these mentors are posting shorts, and lo and behold, it works. This time it works and the price comes down. This is when they're all posting how great they are. Join their group. They're amazing. Everybody in the group's making money. Everybody's killing it. Comes down in here. Now it's in this kind of zone right here. And again, so one thing that I don't do is I am not a replay millionaire. I am not a hindsight hustler. Trading in hindsight doesn't really work, because if you see what already happened, you might think, well, I would go long when normally you wouldn't, because you know that the price went up. So for whenever I do any kind of hindsight mentorship or teaching, I show you what I would have done in that moment versus what I see. And I don't think I see anybody doing that. Let me know in the chat if you know of people who, because again, I watch certain people, and mostly I'm always charting, so it's very difficult for me to see their full thought process. But if you see somebody who says that they would have entered, let's say they did this number and it broke out, they bought the breakout, they would have bought the retest, and then maybe even this breakout, but then the price just dumped all the way down here. Let me know when they're showing you how to trade, if they show that they would enter here, even though it dumped. I have yet to see somebody do that. They may be doing it, but I have yet to see it. One thing that they will show is whatever makes their theories work. Here, long wick reversal, this is when you want to short, look what happened. Long wick reversal, this is when you want to short or long, look what happened. However, if you go throughout the entire chart, there's going to be several times where there's a long wick and then the candles keep on going up. But they don't show you this part because it doesn't align with their teaching. I teach in the moment. If you like that, let me know in the comments. Say, that you like me teaching in the moment versus what, a hindsight hustler does. Could we be shorting right now? Sure, of course. Would I want to? No, it's too high risk. There's too much FOMO. Too high risk. But Joe, my mentor is on a 5-minute time frame and it's coming down. That's great. That's absolutely great. But for me, it's too high risk. So let's go and continue on here. Now the price came down and it revisited this lower zone. And I like doing my zones with the candle body closes. This is on the 1 hour time frame. So I do like using the candle body closes. And if depending on the time frame you're on, depends on where you're going to have the candle body closes. I love looking at Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame. This is my sweet spot. So price comes up and now we have a value area high that it comes to, and then it breaks below the PLC. None of these are magnets. Just because it breaks the PLC does not mean it's going to go up here. It might, because this was a value area high. This is very important that you change your terminology. Instead of saying that it will or it's going, always change it to it might, it can, there's a possibility, chance of, probability, because when you have that mindset, that says that it could come up and then not hit it, but come back down. Once again, we are at the mercy of price action. Now, we see this and we see a double top. Beautiful. We see this neckline. Once this neckline broke, we entered shorts. And of course, watch me on my daily live streams. I show this all the time as far as where we're going to enter shorts as far as our VIP group. If you're interested in our VIP, definitely send me a message on Telegram, trade_intuition. It's at the very top right here, trade_intuition. I do have a welcome video, and just ask for the video. See what we do in our group. We do a lot of updates. So here we enter shorts. We enter shorts, and sure enough, our shorts are playing out really nicely. And then we start going into the negatives, like, oh crap. However, we have stop losses. Then it breaks this level again, and now our shorts are doing very nice. We are in, I believe, 1 or 2 longs. I forget what it was. We're in 1 or 2 longs at the moment. And now what we're doing, let's zoom in here because I really want to show this. I use this wick and this wick. I come over here to this wick and this candle body to create this zone. While I'm doing this, of course, I'm updating my group saying that this is the level that we need to watch. However, this is a more important level. Sure enough, price action, I always start these where I saw the price. So the price was right here. And I'm seeing this. And this is showing that it could potentially get rejected here, roll over, which would help our shorts. But in the event that it comes up, and I actually had to move this was right here. I always do it at the intersection, but I had to move it because I was literally just staring at this chart and seeing, is it coming up here? Is it producing a wick? Is it rolling over? So I was actually staring at it at this time. So now I'm looking at this, and I strongly advise everybody, use these same techniques. We are literally trading level by level. What I'm looking at now is potentially a reversal here. The yellow dots, those are my decision points. What is it going to do? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? That's what this means. And sure enough, I have an alert here, and the alert went off. It says watch for shorts. However, once the price broke this level, since I was, in the charts, and even though it's going sideways, I'm updating my group. I'm letting them know, guys, we're going to start, updating our trades. We're going to start moving our stop losses that are for the shorts pretty close to our entry. Just because this is what I'm looking for. If we do get a bounce here, a rejection, it's going to be great for our shorts. However, it starts going sideways. It starts coming up. I move this over. I'm staring at it like a hawk. I'm seeing the wick, and then I'm seeing a candle body. I'm seeing a wick, candle body. And now at this time, the alert goes off, of course, and all of our shorts are updated already. Right now, we're just waiting. We're waiting to see beautiful stopping at this zone. These zones are very important. These are key levels. And now it starts coming down. I'm getting kind of happy because it might continue coming down. Then it breaks out. Oh, crap. And this is my whole thought process, guys. It's like, oh, crap. I have another alert here. And of course, all this is updated in the group. And I put shorts could get wrecked. Or no, I wanted to put shorts will get wrecked, but I never want to do a definite statement. So I just put shorts get wrecked if above this level. Sure enough, we start coming up to it. Our shorts are getting wrecked, almost going into our stop losses. Comes up here and then comes down. This is our potential reversal. Again, here's my dot for our decision point. Is it going to roll over, come into this level, and then continue breaking down? Which is good because what all it's doing is trading sideways to wreck everybody. There's no defined trend at the moment. Then we roll over and just plain, boom, decision point. Decision point, roll over. Then our shorts get wrecked. All of our stops get hit. Now, very happy that with our shorts, they did not lose all of the, let's just say we had our stop loss for our shorts way up here. Well, because I'm looking at this and I'm monitoring it, and I truly do care about all of my members, I went ahead and moved the stop loss to, let's just say here. We're still in the negative 3% versus -8 or whatever it is. And sure enough, boom, we get stopped out. Could it reverse and then come all the way down? Sure, anything can happen. Well, then we just re-enter our shorts after it breaks this pivot, but not until then. So now what I'm looking at is this nice pump. Now, because we had this nice pump, even though I see this, I'm not one of those retro mentors that say, oh, well, this is where you should have shorted. Not even. This is too high risk. What we want to see every time, roll over, then a fight, lower high, losing the fight, we short. Because this, I've seen this happen many times where we try to short here, it comes down and then boom, to the moon. So this is one thing that I don't do. I don't do retro mentorship. I don't say this is where we should have entered. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm telling you in the moment. If you like that, let me know in the comments. I'm not sure if I asked that question again. I always say the same thing. Repetition is the way to learn. And let me know in the comments if you watch mentors that all they talk about is the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. We would have entered here. We should have done this. We could have done this. Let me know if you watch those mentors. Be very careful with them. All right, so this is the top of, let's go and just extend this. So let's extend this. Now, what I was actually looking for, if this pulled back, which I was very highly, thinking that it was going to pull back, not because I see it pulling back, but just because it ran up. What goes up will come down. Remember that. Put that in the chat. What goes up, or comments, what goes up will come down. What goes down will come up unless it's a rug. But this is what price action does. This is how liquidity is made. Price has to. Like, this is the only thing price has to do. It does not have to go to a level. It does not have to go to, if you consider this a magnet, which the only magnet in crypto is this, and it's on TradingView. This is the only magnet in crypto. This level is not a magnet. This level is not a magnet. Price does not have to come down here. The only thing price has to do is go up and come down. That's all it has to do. And if it goes down, to come up. Now, what we're looking for is a trend, whether it's a downtrend or an uptrend. That's what we're looking for. But I was thinking that the price was going to come down here and bounce here. This is what I was thinking. And then potentially do a lower high to wreck all of the longs. Now, we are in, I believe, 2 longs at the moment, and they are in a pretty nice profit. And if this does happen, of course, by then we're going to move our stop losses into hopefully either less of a loss or potentially into profit. Now, if we do get a bounce and we create a higher high, then now the trend is changing. Or rather, yes, well, the trend is changing because here we're doing a downtrend and now we're potentially doing an uptrend if this does play out. I would really like to see rollover. I really do. This is healthy for the price movement, but it doesn't mean that we have to get it because, again, we are at the mercy of price action. If you lasted this long in the video, let me know in the comments. Right now, we are coming down pretty hard. We still have, I believe, I'm not sure if all of our shorts got stopped out. I just finished updating the group. But let me know in the chat, are you in any shorts right now? Or are you in any longs? Let me know that in the comment. All right, that's all I got, guys. I do thank you very much. Make sure to tune in every single day. We go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 4. We do bonus streams. And one thing that I do want to mention is that nobody knows what's going to happen. Everybody has a plan A and a plan B, sometimes even a plan C. And we are literally at the mercy of price action. There is no indicator that will tell you what's going to happen. There is no anything that will tell you that what's going to, even these levels, these support resistance levels, they don't tell you what's going to happen. They just show you what's happening as far as, well, we broke this level. Okay, well, now we hope we have support here. Now, I do like indicators. I do use tools and indicators. Let me know in the chat or the comments, what are your top 3 favorite indicators? For me, I absolutely love the fixed range volume profile. And if you could, let me know why. So for me, I love the fixed range volume profile because it gives me the most activity in this range, because it's a fixed range. So you got to do from the range. And it shows me the most activity in this range of buys and sells. So this, if the price action is below it and it comes up to it, this could act as resistance based off of the majority of the price action being here, buys and sells. However, it is not a resistance or a support level. It could potentially act as one. Look here, got rejected, but then here it did nothing. Kind of danced on it, kind of danced on it, kind of danced on it, support. You see that? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Because of that, this does not hold a lot of strength. From 0 to 10, this holds about a 6. I do like it because it shows the majority of the price action, where all the buys and sells were at. I also do love the VWAP. The VWAP is the volume, but it is the average of the volume. So that tells me where the average of the volume occurred. If the price action's above it, well, it's showing momentum. It's showing that it's good. It's showing that it's strong. If it's below it, well, it's showing that it's weak. Same thing with the moving averages. The moving averages, so many people will call the moving averages magnets. Nothing's a magnet, guys. Nothing is a magnet. Put that in the comments. There are no magnets in trading, only on TradingView. There are no magnets. It is an average. So if I flipped a quarter and the average that landed on heads, well, there's a pretty good chance the next time I flip it, it's going to go to heads. Same thing with moving averages. If the price breaks below a certain average, let's say this is your 9 SMA or your 21 SMA, and it breaks below it, and here is your 50 SMA, there's a pretty good chance that it might come over here, maybe find support on it. Doesn't have to. How many times has it broken your other SMA to go to, let's say, your 200 SMA? And then now it finds support. But what it's doing, it's the average. It doesn't have to. It didn't find it here. It didn't find support here. It didn't find well, here it found support, but then it broke it. We are at the mercy of price action. Be very careful with who you listen to and what they say, because it can dupe you. There are no magnets in crypto. The only magnets is on TradingView. I do thank you guys very much. This right here, Bitcoin is doing what it loves to do. Just wreck people. All this right here, this range, wreck city. We had this range here. Then, of course, we're looking for a short. We end up shorting, and then it pumps up. Now it re-enters this range. Now it's trading sideways. It's breaking levels to where it looks like it may come, roll over. Then what does it do? It just absolutely pumps, annihilates the shorts. And then now people are longing, and the longs are getting annihilated. Until we get a trend established, all of this is very high risk trades. However, you can make money. It's just once we find the trend, then that's when you're going to make the most money. These trades right now, they have to be, hopefully play out within a day, maybe 3 days. I do thank you very much. This is an extremely long video, but I believe very educational. Let me know if you liked this video. I do greatly appreciate you guys very much. Talk to you soon. Take care.